You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
This is Starr Radio UK. All around the world. In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show. and the morning show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and we welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. Today is Friday, the 20th day of March, the year 2026. With the time now exactly at the quarter or 13 minutes past the top of the hour. And let me say happy Eid to all our Muslim listeners wherever you are. Mr. Laimi Koiki, happy Eid to you. Mo, good morning and happy Eid to you as well. And then to the one and only, Mo in Moro in the US of A as well. I salute each and every one of you. But once again, I say, this is Starr Radio UK. Welcome to the Friday edition of the morning show. Let me take the opportunity to say good morning to the money man himself, Mr. Dante Berry. He cannot be with us this morning. So there's going to be a repeat broadcast of our discussions last Friday. So we just, all that you have to do is just get glued to your sets whilst we do so as well. And then let me say good morning to Pastor Emmanuel Setchidi, wherever you are, man of God, good morning to you. Delta Hammond, good morning. To Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa, good morning. Antonio, good morning. Niana Najo, Chief of Ashaman, massive good morning to you. Atakovi, good morning. Special good morning also goes all the way to no other one but the one and only Alex, the Zongo man himself. Massive good morning to you. And good morning to my own brother Felix, all the way in Aberdeen. Good morning. Kojodi, good morning. To all presenters, present, current and past presenters on Starr Radio, you can salute each and every one of you. But a special good morning goes to no other one but May Queen. Yes, the presenter of the Make You Lounge. Yes, that program is going to be coming your way this Sunday. Once again, where we have May Q, I call her May Q, May Queen coming your way, and she's going to be having some special guests on the show. So during the course of the program, I'll do my best to see if we can bring them their names or their list of them who are going to be on the platform to you, so that you know and prepare yourself. Because it's Sunday, every Sunday at 7 p.m. exactly, the May Q Lounge will be coming your way with May Queen. I think this Sunday we might have Mama Stormzy, the mother of Stormzy, the musician, on there as well. We have some big music producer, again a music producer there as well. I'm not going to mention the name yet. And we've got some other big lady stars there as well. So whatever it is, make sure your dials are logged on Starr Radio UK when we bring you that program. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:16, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
And let me say good morning to Rowena Davis, who graced our studios yesterday with her present to the one and only Vicky Newton. Vicky, massive good morning to you. She was the one who organized that interview yesterday on Starr Radio UK. Vicky, massive good morning to you there as well. All right then, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's now move on to the program outline for this morning. So I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which we continue from there and then bring you all the details that is making the rounds this morning. The program will continue and at a 11:45 the line is activated. Then at 12 o'clock we take a break and then we'll bring you the money hour. It's going to be a pre-recorded version. It's not going to be a live one. So if you have any questions, feel free to still send it in because we'll forward it to our money man who is busy this morning having some other giving some speeches and yes, conferences here in the UK. So whatever it is, Mr. Tabiri, massive good morning to you once again. Vicky, once again, good morning. Thank you for facilitating that interview there. But if you are listening to us, doing me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to do what? Like our pages, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then. So we kick off with a quote for the day. Yeah, with a quote for the day. And what does the quote for the day say today? The 20th day of March 2026, where they're celebrating Eid. Okay, our Muslim friends are celebrating Eid. Now, if you chance into success, then you will, in the same way, chance out of it unknowingly. And I do say that I've seen people who have won lotteries or something that fell into their laps. They didn't prepare for it, but because they didn't prepare for it, they fell into their laps. They misused and mismanaged or whatever, and it ended up that at a point, somebody who was that high, just everything just dissipated. It was just gone. So it's a wise word there, and I hope that you are also listening to it, and you will take a leaf from that book. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. When it comes to the weather front for London and the southeastern part of England, this is what it's going to be. This afternoon will continue widely sunny with very little cloud around, potentially only a few bands of high cloud at times. A light easterly breeze is expected. Now tonight skies will stay generally clear. However, patches of mist and fog will start forming in the early hours under variable to light winds. It's going to be turning chilly in places too. Now, when it comes to the temperatures, we're looking at temperatures ranging between 15 and 3 degrees. Pollen level is going to be low, UV level moderate, and pollution low. Sunset 18:13 for today, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 06:04 hours. But when it comes to the weather for the weekend, let me tell you more about that as well. The weekend weather. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's loading. A bit slow for my liking. Okay, but just stay there. I'm gonna make sure bring that your way. The weather for the weekend. What do I have there for you? Yes, so the weekend weather, any mist and fog that's for Saturday will disperse tomorrow morning, leaving plenty of sunshine for the remainder of the day. Winds will stay variable or light. Now come Sunday, we'll see areas of thick low cloud, mist and fog around for some, though around these a bright start, mist and fog lifting into the afternoon with sunshine developing for most, though cloud will later build again. Going to be staying dry. Yeah, okay, so that is the weather forecast for you for today and over the weekend. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We'll move on straight to the travels as well. Let's look at what is happening on your travels, wherever you might be listening or watching us from. So on your travels this morning, well. On the underground, the central line is experiencing minor delays. Jubilee line, severe delays on the entire line. Metropolitan, severe delays on the entire line. And part suspension between Baker Street and Aldgate. Okay, and then Victoria Lines is also experiencing minor delays. There seem to be that on the central line as well. There's part suspension between Hainault and Leytonstone. So please check it out before you embark on your journeys using the underground this morning. Then aside, all the others are running a good service. DLR, London Overground, London Tramlink, good service there. On the river bus this morning as well, we got the Woolwich Ferry that's running a reduced service, and all the others are running a good service. On the major roads in London, the North Circular A486 is experiencing serious delays. On the London Cable Car, good service. Apologies. Yeah, good service throughout there. And then that brings us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. As you keep it navigated, our promise, our bond. What have I got for you there? I find you West Coast Cross Country, ScotRail, Thameslink, and Trans-Pennine Express are all offering special service. That aside, all the others are running a good service. And that's how I would say it once again as I normally would. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your comments for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a quick commercial break. We come back and I'll take you global trotting.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hey beautiful people, I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and we go global trotting. Now, starting from home here in the UK. Now, meningitis cases linked to current outbreak rise to 29 as students queue for vaccines. Now, Juliet Kenny is one of the two people confirmed to have died from the infection last week. The other being a 21-year-old University of Kent student. And then in other stories making the rounds here in the UK, Greg James raises over 4 million in a 1,000-kilometer comic release tandem bike challenge. Farage Portis cameo account for security reasons, says Reform UK. Those are some of the stories making the round. A typical energy bill forecast to rise by £332 a year in July, with what is happening here with the war in in Iran. Now, I want to hold balance of power at next general election, says Zach Polanski. The Greens, well, he's saying that he wants to hold balance of power. Let's see. Can he? Well, don't we have the Lib Dems? Are they not doing better than them? Or are we going to be seeing a new trend when it comes to the elections? But well, remember, come the 7th of May, the local elections will be taking place, where we're going to be electing various councillors and mayors and stuff like that. But remember, yesterday we had a special guest in the studio, no other one but the one and only Rowena Davis. And you wanted to know for Croydon, I think she's the best candidate for you there. So, well, it's up to you. You know what to do. And I promise you, I'm going to be bringing her back to the studio for another interview during the course of the weeks before the election. At least we'll have about another 2 or 3 encounter with her. But if you're listening to us, maybe you also know somebody that you think that is a very good candidate for you, and you want the person to be able to use our platform to share their quest to become a leader of your assemblies or borough or whatever. Feel free and get in touch with us, and for sure, I promise you, I'm going to see to do that. Okay, now let's move on swiftly. In other parts of the world where there is so much happening, but we have less time to see to all that. Well. So kicking off from the U.S. front. Just bear with us as we do so. Well, yesterday we had Trump makes Pearl Harbor remark in a meeting with Japan's Prime Minister. President Trump compared U.S. strike on Iran to the deadly 1941 Japanese attack and declaration of war as part of the World War II. Well. Was it a good joke or a funny joke, or one that people will say, he said, why didn't you, you didn't tell your allies before you went to attack Iran? So if you had said it, maybe things would have turned differently from what we seem to be seeing. However, he said, why should I say it? If we talk about people who do things a cavalier manner, not letting or pick out surprise, then it is Japan. We'll talk about that in a moment. But wherever you are, Canada's conservative leader talks tariff and martial arts with Joe Rogan. Those are some of the stories making the rounds. Now, what do you see? How do you see the war, the Israel and U.S. war on Iran? Are U.S. and Israel allies on Iran war deciphering Trump posts after gas-fueled attacks? Deciphering. Okay. What do you think? A Trump 24-karat gold coin approved by hand-picked federal panel. Okay. Well. We'll see about that. The man is milking everything, right? Okay, now let's move on. In the Latin American area as well, what have I got there for you? Yeah. Cuba struggles with power cuts and how the island is coping is one of the stories making the rounds. Spain king welcomes Mexico's World Cup invite after abuse comment. A Mexican teen dies while being held in U.S. immigration custody, and Venezuela celebrates historic World Baseball Classic victory over U.S. Ecuador. Gang leader wanted for murder of presidential candidate has been arrested. Those are some of the stories making the rounds. Going straight to the Middle East as well to look at what is happening there. As we continue, Starr Radio UK. Netanyahu says Israel acted alone in attack on Iranian gas field, and well, Israel hits Iran with airstrike as Iranians mark Persian New Year. Overnight, Iran also launched rounds of missiles at Jerusalem, and there have been further attacks on Gulf states. The Gulf leaders had a meeting. I'll do my best to see whether I can bring the details of that to our listeners. And Iran's intelligence minister Ismail Khatib killed in airstrike, and what? Those are some of the stories making the rounds there as well. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now in Europe as well, Norway Crown Princess breaks silence on Epstein links. I was manipulated and deceived. Crown Princess met Merit marriage, tells Norwegian TV she wishes she had never met the late sex offender. Okay, and Denmark planned to blow up Greenland runways if US invaded. Reporters saying, why do they have to put that one across? Well, Norway Crown Princess, okay, I've touched on that one already. Europe is sleepwalking into yet another energy crisis. What do you think European countries can do at the moment? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, in Asia as well, the Iran war is causing a global energy crisis. Can China withstand it? That's the question. BTS is back. Anti-drone systems and 260,000 fans as world's biggest band returns. Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin V, and Jungkook will perform together for the first time since October 2022. All right, then. There are some stories making the rounds there. Now, moving on straight to the African front as well to look at some of the stories making the round in the on the African continent. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The UK has agreed deals to ease migrant returns to Nigeria. And desperate for food, drought-stricken Kenyans turn to gingerbread tree. Some 26 million people are facing extreme hunger in Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia, warns humanitarian organization Oxfam. Now, I'll bring those comments that I want to make when we go into the proper discussions once we return from commercial from our break. Yeah, once we return from the break, I will be bringing you that because it's quite an interesting one from there. But still, on the African front, at least 18 African migrants drowned off coast of Comoros. There are some stories making the rounds. And the Zimbabwe opposition groups fight against proposed constitutional changes. Well, they say they for majority, they will do whatever they want to do. What can you do about that? That's the question. Djibouti Gwele faces only low-profile rival in presidential ballot. So, obviously, he's going to be winning the election, right? And Congolese citizens welcome Belgian court trial in Lumumba's case and cannot. AFCON 2025 title cannot be taken away from Senegal, says FSF. Who is FSF? We'll be telling you more. Football Society or Association or whatever it is. I'll be telling you more about that. At times, some of these acronyms, right? Okay, tear gas and tension. Okay, that is in Jerusalem. NGOs in DR Congo offer street children skills and hope of a better future. What skills are they giving them, and what can they do about that? Will they give them the money that they so much want? Tinubu seeks stronger Nigeria-UK trade deal, security alliance, and new UK-Nigeria partnership to speed up deportation of Nigerian criminals, failed asylum seekers as well. Nigeria-UK sign agreement on migration, border security, business, visas as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. In Ghana, landlord murder trial. Juror fine 600 Ghana cedis for missing court without reasonable explanation to court. Well, if you're a juror, member of the jury, and you don't attend the court proceedings, I think people take it for granted. They don't know what exactly happens. But well, that is what is happening there. It's going to pay 600. And still in Ghana. Okay, let's continue with the stories making the rounds. Let me try to bring you one more. Citizens rebuts minority claims on alleged state capture in mining sector. They're saying that the president has handed everything to his brother. Well. You have to Max Link people. That's what they seem to be doing. All right, in Ghana, so 3 died as tipper truck crashes into vehicles on Apaya Hemang Road. It's very gory. Looking at the pictures there. But what do you think? And police snap 12 over highway attacks in Ashanti region and recovers weapons. Eid al-Fitr Chief Imam urges Ghanaian to protect environment. Well, is it from what? Is it from Galamsey? And government is considering performance-based pay for state enterprises. Those are some of the stories making the round this morning. Let's take a break. We come back. I'll be bringing you the details of all the stories. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:36. We take a break. Once we come back, I'll be bringing you the details of all the stories. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Star Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man, them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:39, and we are pressed behind time, so we're going to be rushing through the stories. Now, coming from the UK front, the UK Health Secretary, Health Security, my apologies, agency says 209 cases of confirmed or probable meningitis have been recorded linked to the Kent outbreak. Health officials are currently giving an update, and as and when we have more, we'll be bringing it to you. But earlier, the family of an 18-year-old who died during the outbreak called for vaccine to be made available to teenagers and young adults. Now, Juliet Kenny died on the 14th of March, the day after her father says she started showing symptoms. Now, more people are queuing at the University of Kent this morning to get vaccination. Over 2,000 vaccines and nearly 10,000 antibiotics have been given so far. The outbreak was first announced publicly on the 13th of March with local nightclub chemistry linked to a number of cases, and vaccines are currently available for any who attended the venue between the 5th and the 15th of March. So if you did, please report and then get yourself checked out. Okay? As I said, go online and you get all the telltale the symptoms, so that if you are experiencing any of the symptoms, you'll be able to get the necessary help before bad things happen. Trump will say bad things do happen, right? Okay. Now moving on straight to the United States of America. Well. Last night they were quite so I would say last night here, but in the US it wasn't. A key moment of Japanese Prime Minister Sanya Takachi's official visit to the US was President Trump's comment on a piece of shared history that is the Pearl Harbor. You remember Pearl Harbor? Asked by Japanese journalists why the US had not warned its allies it was going to strike Iran on the 28th of February, Trump referenced the 1941 Japanese attack on US soil and said, "Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?" Trump said, as the Prime Minister appeared to be opening her eyes wide and taking a deep breath. The Pearl Harbor attack led to the U.S. joining World War II, after which the countries became close allies. Trump's remarks appeared to draw some laughter from journalists and others present in the room in the White House, while Takachi's reaction seemed to reflect some of the unease that surrounds the issue. Now, Mineko Tokito, a senior reporter from Japanese newspaper Yomiuri Shimbun, was in the Oval Office at the time and said the Prime Minister's discomfort was clear. Now, Prime Minister Takaichi viscerally reacted, her eyes widening and her smile disappearing as she leaned back, drawing her hands in, clearly taken aback by the sudden mention of Pearl Harbor. She said, Yuta Nakamura, a 33-year-old engineer, told writers that Takachi had been put in a very difficult situation and praised the Prime Minister for avoiding upsetting Trump. Tokyo Washino, a retiree, said, given the historical context of Japan having done that, and with Donald Trump bringing it up as an example, it makes me feel a bit uneasy as a Japan citizen. Well. Those are history. What about we talk about Germany and the attack? What about we talk about the UK and colonizing, going to various places and colonizing? What about Spain? What about all the other countries that colonized or war killed? And lots of things had happened. But what do you think about all that? Well. It says, we wanted to surprise them. That's why we didn't tell any of our allies. So the question is, if they tell their allies that we're going to do this, are they able to hold the information, or they just come out and say, well, this is what these people are planning to do, blah, 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 blah? Is that what happens? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're moving on speedily. Okay, so moving on straight to the Middle East, where there's lots of developments there. But yesterday in a press conference, Netanyahu says that, they acted alone in an attack on Iranian gas field. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said Israel acted alone in attacking an Iranian gas field as tensions mount over strikes on energy infrastructure across the region. This morning I saw some information coming through from the Iranian authorities threatening that if they attack any of its oil or gas fields, then they are going to make sure that the whole of the Middle East goes down. Well, Israel hit Iran's South Pars, part of the world's largest natural gas field, and Tehran's retaliated by striking an energy complex in Qatar and attacking other energy targets in the Gulf. The attacks led to a spike in energy prices, and U.S. President Donald Trump later posted he had not known about them in advance. The fallout has raised questions over how united Israel and U.S. remain in their war aims. Now, speaking at the news conference on Thursday, the Israeli leader said Trump had requested that there be no further such attacks on energy targets. Now, earlier on Thursday, Reuters news agency quoted 3 unnamed Israeli officials as saying that the attack on South Pars had been coordinated with the U.S. in advance, but that they were not surprised by Trump's reaction. Netanyahu also denied that his country had dragged the U.S. into the war or misled Trump, saying that no one could tell the U.S. leader what to do. of course. But when it comes to Israel, he's got a soft spot for them. Netanyahu also denied that the attacks on energy infrastructure marked an escalation in the war launched by the U.S. and Israel against Iran, which had already responded by restricting shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. About a fifth of the 100 barrels of oil that the world consumes every day usually travels via the Strait of Hormuz, which runs along part of Iran's coast. Now, following the Iranian attack on Qatar Ras Laffan industrial area, which includes the world's biggest liquefied natural gas processing plant, Qatar Energy said about 17% of its export capacity will be affected. Now, Qatar's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani warned that attack would have significant repercussions for global energy supplies and called it a very dangerous escalation. Now, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Archie said that Iran will show zero restraint if its infrastructure was struck again. Well. So with everything that is going on there, somebody say, where will it end? Well, it seems like total destruction is the only solution. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. If you want to call into the program, feel free to do so. Call us via Teams, and it's Starr Radio UK. Starr Radio UK. All right then. So let's continue with the show. So we move on to other parts of the world as well, as I am saying, because we are already pressed with time. Well, Epstein is long gone in the grave. However, well, he's still causing a lot of mayhem. Well, Norway's crown princess Mette Marit has told national TV that she wishes she had never met late U.S. sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, breaking 7 weeks of silence after the extent of her contact with him emerged. I feel so manipulated, and when you are manipulated, you don't realize it from the start, Mette Marit said in a 20-minute interview in which she was often on the verge of tears. 7 weeks ago, Norwegians discovered that the crown princess had exchanged hundreds of emails with the disgraced Epstein between 2011 and 2014 and stayed in his Florida house when he was not there. It is incredibly important for me to take responsibility for not checking his background more carefully, she said, and to take responsibility for being so manipulated and deceived as I was. She has already apologized and admitted to poor judgment after the close nature of her links to Epstein came to light when millions of Epstein files were released by the U.S. Justice Department at the end of January. Of course, I wish I had never met him, the princess said, stressing that it was Epstein's victims who deserved justice for the great abuse they had suffered. She said she felt great anger they had not yet received it. But it looks like people from outside the U.S. are the ones who seem to be talking more about what the Epstein atrocities had been, and people apologizing, but not those who have been linked in the U.S. They have not actually done anything of the sort. Well, I think you agree with me there. Okay, now let's move on. Danish soldiers flown to Greenland in January were prepared to blow up key airport runways over fears that the U.S. President Donald Trump could invade the Arctic island, Denmark public broadcaster said. Now, citing sources in Danish government and military, and also among European allies, here the Danish The DR says blood supplies were also brought in to treat the wounded in the event of fighting. The Financial Times newspaper said two European officials later confirmed the report that Danish Defense Ministry told it has no comment. Senior Danish military officials speaking anonymously told the BBC only a limited number of people would have been aware of the operation for security reasons. Now, both the US and Denmark are NATO members, and the issue of Greenland, a semi-autonomous part of Denmark, has deeply divided Washington and its European allies. But if we talk about division now, looking at what is happening in the Gulf area between the US, Israel, and Iran war, do you think there is a point of return? Or we cross that part where this time around nothing and absolutely nothing is going to happen there? What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Starr Radio UK morning show with the one and only Archie. My apologies there because got too many things going on at the same time. Now the UK 2 military bases on Cyprus are a colonial consequence on the island, and talks on their status and future needs to take place. Cypriot President Nikos Christodoulides has said, when the situation is over in the Middle East, we are going to have an open and frank discussions with the British government, he said as he arrived for an EU leadership summit in Brussels. Well, the Chagos Island, where the UK decided, okay, you know what? We know that we took it when we were colonial masters. Now that we are no more, we think we need to give it back to you. And Trump is saying that it is a very foolish decision. Now, we have the Cypriots also saying that we want that base because it's part of our territory. So can the Argentines also say that they want the Falkland Islands because it was taken by force from the UK at the time? What do you think about all that is going on? So everybody withdraw, go to your own enclave and do whatever thing that you want. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and we continue with the show. My apologies. We're going to be ending the first part of the program pretty soon. So let's now go to Africa as well, whilst we look at the stories making the rounds there. So on the African front, despite enduring beatings and intimidation, a coalition of opposition groups in Zimbabwe continue to fight against a proposed constitutional amendment that will see President Emerson Mnangagwa's term extended. Now, law professor Lovemore Maduku was assaulted in early March in an attack he blames on police-backed security agents who says stormed the meeting of his opposition party. It is one of many incidents reported by groups mobilizing against the proposed constitutional amendment passed by cabinet last month. Mr. Maduku, who is leader of the National Constitutional Assembly, said it had not weakened his resolve to fight the changes. We will not be the first ones to be overpowered by a superior force of the state, which is because they have the monopoly of state power, he said. Now, if we are shot, we will die. If we are beaten up, we may be hospitalized or even crippled, but we are not going to care. So they throw caution to the wind and they're going to do what they really want to do. Now, police deny involvement in the incident, but this assault and other echoes previously crackdowns against Zimbabwe's opposition blamed on state forces. Human Rights Watch warned last week that authorities are using violence and intimidation against opponents of the proposed change. Now, so I do ask myself the question, when it comes to democracy, do you think this democracy that is being practiced here in the UK can be mimicked in other states let's say on the African continent, let's say in the other parts of the world as well, because you get the situation where we try to use whoever is in power, use the state apparatus to actually suppress dissent or crush dissent and to destroy citizens. Therefore, it's difficult for anyone to say, you know what, we want to be standing up for ourselves. You can't do that. But this is the issue that I'm asking once again. So, do these advanced countries or the Western world try to say that, whatever form of governance that you are having? So, I do talk about this most of the time. When we talk about Libya, we talk about the late Gaddafi and the fact that the kind of governance system that he was using, where there is representation so from the families to the clans to blah blah blah, rising up to the top hierarchy where he sat as the head. Okay, did it work for them? Was it delivering? But when you come to this place, there are institutions that are able to regulate and see to it that the democracy is working perfectly. So we can say truly that the judiciary or the justice are a separate entity and they operate as such. So you can't go to the court and say, because I am the prime minister, you have to do this. No. The court will sit and look at the situation or whatever issue and adjudicate. But we don't see that. So I do ask myself the question, do we have to force this kind of democracy on people? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And whatever we are practicing, is it delivering at all? It is all coming your way from Starr Radio, and it's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We have to end the first part of the program in a few moments' time so that I can bring you the Money Hour with the Money Man. It's going to be a pre-recorded version of it. The minority in Parliament has called for the immediate removal of the $1 Ghana cedi levy on petroleum products, popularly known as Dumsor levy, to ease burden on Ghanaians as fuel prices continue to surge amid ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Now, speaking to the media, Deputy Ranking Member of the Energy Committee, Collins Adumaku Mensah, argued that the levy has outlived its purpose and should be abolished under a certificate of urgency. The world has changed. The city is no longer absorbing anything. According to projections by the Chamber of Oil Market Companies, petrol prices could rise by as much as 16.92% and diesel by 17.2% in the coming pricing window of March 2026 alone, he said. Now, he explained that the sharp increases are driven by rising crude oil prices, which surged from approximately 71.41 dollars per barrel to over $100 per barrel in the mid-March and amid the conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Diesel was selling at 15.60 liter and petrol had exceeded 12.40 per liter, Mensah added. So do you agree with the government that they need to take this cedi Dumsor levy thing off? And how would that impact the petrol prices at all? Well, so apart from that one cedi levy that they are calling for it to be scrapped, what is the government tax on petrol or diesel? Well, let me once again say good. We are nearly afternoon. Good afternoon to my baby sister Delta. I hope you are doing very, very well. We'll catch up with you just after the program. Hope mom is doing well as well. All right then. So now we're going to take a break. We come back. I'll be bringing you the Money Hour with the one and only Mr. Dan Tabiri, the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, where when it comes to anything pertaining to your money, Yeah, you know where to go or where to look. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Star Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m. Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Star Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Tabiri.
Good afternoon, Archie.
How are you?
Lovely to be speaking to you again this afternoon.
Yes, so lovely to have you on. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, very well. The weather has improved over the last few days or week or so. So trying to enjoy it as best as I can.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So he's enjoying the sunshine. While some people are crying, some people are enjoying. You see.
Well, that's life.
All right then. So please, what are we looking at today?
Today, just want to pick up on a conversation we started having a couple of weeks or so ago, mainly around the issues of scams.
Yeah.
Scams, be it online scams, email, text. A lot of people get these emails or voicemail messages, purporting to be from HMRC regarding tax issues and all that. I want to delve into what some of these scams are, what people have experienced, how to spot them, and maybe if we have time, go on to look at also what to do if you have become a victim.
Yeah. Okay. The other time when I spoke about when we're discussing, I did talk about the friend's wife who was scammed. I mean, when they received a call from the an alleged HMRC call saying that her tax something wasn't right, and then the person, the husband wasn't in, so you went to the panic frenzy, and then the next moment paid up to £2,000.
Oh dear.
So when the husband came and they said, they called, they said after blah blah blah, and there's complaint. The husband said, no, it's a scam.
Oh my God.
But she'd already parted with that money. I don't know whether she's managed to reclaim that money. And this morning, interestingly, whilst I was getting myself ready, I saw that I was expecting some calls. Then I saw that this number, I don't know it. Let me pick up. They said, your NI number has been used, blah, 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 blah. You have to. I was waiting patiently because I wanted to really talk to them. I pressed 1 and then they didn't. Then I decided to just hang up. Now, so it is something that is going on that if you are not, if you don't take care, you might fall prey to it, and it will be. So what are some of these scams going on, so that some of our listeners will know, those who don't know will know, and those who were not part of the program the last time we had a conversation on that will know as well.
Yeah, so first of all, I think is the first thing to establish is that HMRC will never contact you and ask you for your bank details or your personal information, or send you notification by email or text for things concerning tax rebates or refunds or personal payment information. HMRC will never do that. And if they have to contact you by phone, usually or email, they would quote your tax reference number.
That's right.
That is something that these scammers do not have. And so they would not be able to put it in a text or in an email. Some of these contacts come, as you've described, some of the contacts, the scams we've had so far, either by text, and it will tell you you have a tax refund for this year, blah, 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 and that contact us on this number or click 1 and then, to contact us. And then once you contact them, they'll start to have the conversation with you and they'll try to retrieve bank details, or sometimes in certain cases they manage to get people to hand over money to get their tax refund. Most common as well sometimes are emails, and then you'd get an email with and then in the email it has hmrc.gov.co something. It looks very realistic. If you are not very careful, it can catch anybody out. Also about refunds or tax rebates, and telephone calls have been coming in. We've seen the telephone calls coming where sometimes, as you described, they threaten you basically that you're going to go to jail or something, tax fraud associated with your accounts or NI number. So we know all those kind of things are going on.
Well, listeners, if you don't know, now you know. Maybe you have some questions, maybe you had some experience and you want to share with us, or you want advice, as Amani is saying that, well, if you've fallen prey to that as well, we will be advising you maybe what you can do to do that. So, Mr. Jabri, how do somebody spot this? Assuming somebody's gotten an email from HMRC, you look at initially at a quick glance, you can just say, oh, this is an email from HMRC. But when you go to reply it, you can see that those of us who scrutinize this will find out that no, that address there, clicking on it doesn't go to the HMRC. Now, how will other people spot that out, sir?
Yeah, so you first of all check the email address carefully. What the scammers try to do is that they would set up an email address, sometimes even it's a Gmail or a Hotmail account with HMRC somewhere in between. So if you don't check the email address correctly, you get caught out. So that's one way to find out. So check the email address, check the full email address. It might have hmrc.gov.uk at hotmail.com or at Gmail or at whatever. But the email address of HMRC is not a Google account. It's a gov.co.uk account.
Yeah.
So it should be very easy.
Yeah. Okay.
You could also, they sometimes take images from HMRC website, the logos and things like that, just to make it a bit more convincing. So look at it carefully. If you see an original image, sometimes the image is very poor quality. And you can see that this has been adapted from somewhere. Also check the language that they're using. The language is usually very threatening. They come across very aggressive.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea is to get you to react very quickly to them, not consult or get help from anywhere, so that before they are found out, they manage to grab your money and go. And also, if you get some of these things out of the blue, if it's unexpected, that is also something that you should be worried about. HMRC will not contact you out of the blue. Usually, if they have to call you about a tax debt or anything like that, or refunds, they would have sent letters actual letters in the post to you.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't get contact out of the blue. And then also where the email is asking for personal details, also be warned. And also where sometimes they put in, especially if it comes onto your phone via text message.
Yeah.
They'll put a link in there to click on this link, and then get in touch with us.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't click on any of such links because they may have malware in those links, where they may take control over your phone and be able to access your bank accounts on your phone or access your details, passwords, etc. that you have on your account and take over completely. So those are the things that we need to watch out for.
Okay. Listeners, Starr Radio UK, Money Hour with our money man, Mr. Dantabe, CEO of GI Accountancy Services. Now, you have any issues pertaining to your accounting, name it, from archaeology to zoology, he will solve it out for you. Okay, if it's too tough, he will point you at the right direction. So in the right direction. So what about that? Make sure you listen to him all the time. There are lots of discussions that we've had. If you go to our podcast session, they are all there. Or you go to the Starr Radio UK every Friday from 12:30. We have him on, and he's on today. And today we are looking at scams, various scams. Yes. Okay. Now, so. Let me leave it with you, then you can touch on the others and what people can do there as well. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So before we look at what actions to take if you receive some of these, what we need to notice that when they contact you, usually they use a tax rebate to entice you, get you interested. Especially at this time where people are struggling, with money and worried about their jobs and all that. These scams are thriving because they know people are worried and people are thinking about where the next money is going to come from. And so it's becoming very, very popular. They know that if they entice you with a tax rebate, you will be interested and you would follow their instructions. So they entice you and then they ask for your personal details, your name, your address, your date of birth, and then they might ask you to confirm your bank or credit card details so that they may issue your repayment to you. In several instances, they've gotten so many details of people, even their mother's maiden names and all that. And once they get that information, they either use it or they sell that information on to other criminal gangs who use the details for all sorts of things. So as tempting as a rebate may sound, if you're not sure, you're interested, I would say get in touch. Find another way to get in touch with. If you receive such communication, get in touch with HMRC and find out about some of these, about the contact, whether it's real or not. If you are not expecting any rebate, like I said, it's very unlikely that out of the blue HMRC will email you about a tax rebate. Usually they would write to you in such instances. So that's something to watch out for. Tax phishing emails purporting to be from HMRC can happen at any time, but the most common times we see around the tax filing and tax payment deadline, because they know that around those times people expect HMRC contact. So it is another time that we see a heightened rise in the contacts in these scams. And so people need to be aware. So if you get those contacts around tax filing date or deadline, then just be aware or be cautious with that type of contact.
Okay. Interesting.
So if you receive some of these, like we have discussed, you receive an email or a text message with a link in it to, send you or link you to a website, please don't put any personal details on there. Certainly do not click on the link, because it might, have malware in there that would be used to steal information off your phone. So be very, 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 very cautious about that. Then we've looked at how to spot the signs of the email, that they'll come usually with threatening language, especially the voicemail. Some of them, I've listened to one where they say, "We're sending the police to your door right now and you're going to jail." And you can imagine, if you are an older person who is not savvy with all this online text, and you get a phone call on your landline, they target the elderly. And, who are living by themselves, and they get some of these calls and they think it's genuine, it's authentic, and then they hand over lots of their savings to these groups. So it's a very, very serious matter. Do not share any personal details online. Usually they'll call you and say, especially they would mimic HMRC calls and try to make it look authentic, and then ask you to confirm some details so that they verify you, as the person they are talking to. That is a way in which they used to take details off you. So, for example, if you've got a password, HMRC would never ask you to confirm all of your passwords. If at all, they would ask you to confirm some letters or some digits in the password. You are aware of that. If they ask you to confirm your password, know that it's a scam. Do not give any information away easily. Now, if you come across any of these scams, HMRC have opened a portal or telephone number for people to report these suspicious calls, text or emails that they receive. If you forward it on to HMRC, they will look into it and try and get to the bottom of it, and hopefully to stop the scam or stop these people, duping people and stealing our money. So if you have managed to identify them as a scam, then you report it to HMRC. If you have fallen victim to the scam, then your only course of remedy is to report it to Action Fraud. So call the Action Fraud hotline or report it online. Give them as much details as possible in terms of how the contact was made, any records that you have, telephone numbers for the contact, email address, the actual email or text messages that you receive, and everything that happened. If you give them the full information, then they will try some of these. They would have information on some of these scams, because other people have been scammed as well. But it would help them. It would help the police to be able to go after these people. And if you are lucky, they may be able to retrieve your money for you through the banking system.
And that was where I was coming to, because some people would think that, well, if my money cannot be retrieved or I cannot get my money back, then what's the point? And then some people decide, well, they just call it something that is lost, and then just decide to forget about it. But I don't think that is something that they have to do.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's important that we stop these people. These scams are ongoing because obviously they have been successful in very successful, I must say, in other cases. So they are making a lot of money doing these scams, and we need to report it. We need to stop it. if you are able to spot it, remember that somebody else might be a victim. Okay, out of every 100 that spot this scam, there are about at least five people who are not able to spot it, and they become victims to this kind of crime. So it's important to report anything that comes across.
But if assuming I'm with somebody, or maybe in the office or somewhere, and then I can see that is a scam, that the person is the person feeling that is the truth, and so feeling that that is being convinced to do something about it. Do you think that if I'm advising the person is not okay, can I call the HMRC or this what do you call it, the action fraud, to help the person in that step?
Absolutely. I mean, HMRC, what we need to understand that they are vulnerable people for all sorts of reasons in our society, and they are the ones who fall victim most to some of these scams. So if you are a good neighbor, if I can call it that way, then you have to help out. You know, it might seem so obvious to you, some of these scams, but for some people, they're going through so many issues, so many things in their life. Sometimes their head is not even straight, and some of these things come along and they make all the wrong decisions. So definitely HMRC will be happy to speak to anybody who is willing to help another person deal with this scam situation. Okay,
so you see, if you are listening to us, you could be your neighbor's keeper. Okay, you could be your neighbor's keeper. If you see that the person is falling prey to that, please help out, and you can call the action fraud line. But Mr. Chabri, before we round up everything, can you just sum it all up nicely, and then we can put your contact details across for listeners to know. He is the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, and you have anything from A to Z when it comes to accounting, you have to just contact him, and I promise you will see the difference in there, from rates to what, name it. Okay, so over to you, Mr. Chabiri.
Yeah, so I think you've summed it up beautifully. We all need to be each other's keeper, and also to remember, HMRC will not contact you on social media, will not contact you on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. No, HMRC still uses the main forms of communication is by letter. They have to contact you by text or email. They would definitely would have contacted you by letters before. So you would not, out of the blue, receive text messages concerning refunds or rebates. So we should all just be aware of the situation. If you are in doubt, do not give any information. Cancel the call, and then call a reputable HMRC number that you know or you can find, and you know, get the facts as they are. Don't give any details. If you have any doubt, go to the original source and get that clarified. If you have any concerns or need any advice regarding these matters or any tax or accountancy issues, I'm happy to speak to you on 079-6124-8834, 079-6124-8834. Otherwise, you can also reach me on email at dan@gilaccountants.com, dan@gilaccountants.com.
Okay, listener, that is our own Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, coming your way today. And today we've looked at the various scams that is going around, and we don't want you to fall victim to it. So with the discussion that we had so far, please make sure you get in touch. If you see someone who is falling prey to that, please call the action fraud line, and then they will help out. But for all your accounting issues, as he said, contact him and he will help you on that front. Mr. Tabri, let me say thank you very, very much for this wonderful time with you once again.
You're most welcome, and it's been a pleasure. Look forward to speaking with you again next week.
Thank you very much. Regards to the family.
I will do. Thank you.
Okay, so that has been Mr. Dante Berry, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, our money man, and today we had a look at scams. And I hope that you don't fall prey to it. Let me say good morning once again to Attack. Good afternoon to Attack Kofi. I hope you are doing very, very well. My regards to Nian and Ajo, and hope you are all doing very, very well. So I'm going to be running up the program now. Yes, going to go through some of the updates, just checking for any updates, whether any have come through now. If not, then we just move on. Well. Health officials giving update after meningitis cases linked to Kent outbreak rise to 29. Okay. 3 scenarios are being modeled for how the outbreak could develop. And let me bring that. Okay, I was trying to bring that. Now, the first is to say, it says contained in Kent. The second, and most likely, is some people who were incubating the disease have left Kent, leading to sporadic household clusters. Then the third one is that to be the worst case and highly unlikely, we'll see another cluster outside Kent. Officials here say too early to know whether we have reached that peak. So, I mean, being cautious is a game, and you don't need to be going to events and stuff like that, and hopefully we'll have this under control. But if you've been right there to get a vaccine, vaccine, and then get the antibiotics, please go in and get that. Yeah, all right, and everything is gonna be all right. But on that note, that's why I would say it once again as I normally would. Or somebody say, what do you say? What do you say? Oh, I say yes. With all the travel updates, they all remain the same. The weather forecast remain the same. But until I come your way tomorrow, on Monday, with another edition of the morning show, it's been me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day. Remember, Sunday we're going to be having Make You on the May Queen on the Make Your Lounge once again. So make a date with her once she comes on. All right then. Yes. So we take this commercial or this promo from the Make Your Lounge, and after that, when you don't hear from me, it's me actually. I'm out like that. See you all. Bye bye for now.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.